I'm inside and I saw Star Trek the original series Friday's Child. It is directed by Joseph Penvey, written by DC Fontana. And if you haven't seen this episode, I will spoil it for you. This episode starts when we're following the USS Enterprise as they go to this planet in order to negotiate a mining contract. They're dealing with some dudes who are, although incredibly violent, they're also incredibly honest. So we got two nice qualities. So that's what we're dealing with. And, you know, it'd be all nice, handy, dandy fun. And except for when they arrive there, there's a Klingon. The Klingon's trying to whisper words into the ears of him and be like, you shouldn't trust these guys. You shouldn't trust these guys. Give the mining contract to me. You shouldn't trust these guys. So that's what pretty much the basis of the episode is. We got the USS Enterprise. They're trying to prove their trust. They're trying to prove that they can be trusted indeed to these guys with the mining contract. We got this Klingon's like, haha, doesn't this just suck? Ha 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 ha. Oh, they guys suck. Don't they suck? Haha. Also, what's interesting is that we got like the leader dies, and so then there's like a guy underneath that guy's position. But the leader had a wife with a child, and so he's like, kill that woman with the child and kill her. They run her off, they go scurry, and she goes scurry. They're trying to kill that woman's child. All because of politics. Whew, yikes. Because if it were up to that child would be in charge because he technically has the bloodline to the throne. So what's interesting is now we have Kirk and Spock here. They're like, well, I don't know what to do, dude. I mean, they're just like here. They're trying to kill this woman's child and also this woman. And now they're trying to murder us because of these freaking Klingons. This Klingon over here is like giving them bad news, bad information. And in order to like have some sort of attack position on them, we gotta go straight into the wilderness, some rocky formations. And here's something that I really like about this episode. I like them creating bow and arrows. I found this to be really fun because first, this civilization has no bow and arrows whatsoever, so this is like the first introduction to bow and arrows in the entire world, into this entire world. And secondly, they got this chick, right, and she doesn't want to be touched. She doesn't want to be touched. And we have the USS Enterprise landing team. They're here. McCoy's here. Nobody is allowed to touch her, but McCoy, at some point, is able to convince her to let him touch her because he's a doctor and I'm here to understand the health of that baby. Dang it, let me freaking And here's something incredibly based. I love this. I love the scene. So she's just there, she's sitting on the floor, she's all pregnant and she's injured, and McCoy's like, let me check up on you, let me see what's up with you. And she's like a little bit hesitant at first, but McCoy does the checkup on her. And then McCoy is about like to touch the baby. He like touches the baby and she slaps him. Touches the baby, she slaps him. He touches the baby a third time. She slaps him again, and then he just like slaps her. And I'm like, whoa! Wow! McCoy just slapped the woman. Oh, this is so beautiful. Oh, I love it. Oh. And I thought it was incredibly based. So she's like, fine, I get it, fine. She's probably never been slapped before. It was probably an exhilarating experience that caught her off guard and therefore caused her to trust McCoy more. And so she's able to, you know, have him check up on the baby. But she's like about to deliver birth. So they had to find a cave for her, and McCoy is there to help her with the delivery. And meanwhile, we have We have good old pal Spock and Kirk, and they're making bow and arrows, and they got the bow and arrows, and then what's fun about the bow and arrows is that they can shoot long distances, and they're trying to protect like this entrance to the cave, and these freaking mosquitoes are everywhere, and they're like marching, they're trying to find her through this like wilderness, through this landscape, and then she just freaking runs out of nowhere, not pregnant, where'd the baby go? And she's like tumbles and falls, and it's like, okay, cool, how are we gonna deal with the fact that she's here? But where's their baby? The thing that you wanted her killed for is now gone. It's no longer. Where did the baby go? And also I like seeing them use the bow and arrow. And I like went into a guy's leg. Like, yeah, screw that guy. They shouldn't have been messing with the USS Enterprise. Screw him. It actually turned out that guy was a Klingon, and that guy turns out to die. Yes! Yes! And now, this guy who's trying to kill that lady's baby is like, oh, well, actually, we're honest people. We can respond to reason. We're violent because we love it, but we're honest people. We get it. We understand logic and things like that. All right, well, it seems like you guys aren't violent after all. Hey, look, it's a nice little baby. We're not trying to kill the baby after all. We're trying to have her keep the baby because we're trying to raise an heir. Like, it was only the Klingon that knew that baby is not mine. Well, I guess, and also everybody else in the court, but whatever. She has her baby, and that guy has rule over his land, and that's all nice and handy dandy, and now they also have the mining contract. So, honestly, this episode, I liked this episode. There are certain things that I like about it more than others. The beginning was like whatever for me, but when it came to McCoy slapping that chick, it like made me really smile, and honestly, it raised the scale like 0.5. Honestly, it raised my rating of this 0.5 points because of that slap. And then how it ends, and she has a nice baby, and then they're on their way. I'm like, this is nice. And also the innovation, using the bow and arrows, having them make the bow and arrows, I thought that was really fun. I overall enjoyed this episode. I want to see McCoy slapping more women, please. Please, please. I need more men slapping women in media, because all this violence against men by women is no good. Just because a woman can slap a guy should mean that a guy can also slap a woman. You can't be hypocritical. You can't be like, oh, a guy can't slap a woman, and then also be like, oh, but a woman can't slap a man. It's either okay or if it's not okay. It's either all okay or if it's none of it is okay, okay? So otherwise, I like this episode a lot, so I gotta give this episode, originally I was going to give it like a solid 7.2, but because of that slap, I gotta give it a solid 7.7. If you like this review, watch another one on the platform really likes that. If you want a fast track movie review, you can do that for $20 deals at patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you like to help support the daily grindiness of other daily movies, go to this link tree, find a way you can help support the daily grindiness of other daily movies, so you can go here. And until next time, mint salad sauce, you like to buy salad croutons and make a bitch. Boop. Babe me up.